Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I'm gonna do a little something different today, and I'm having technical difficulties and a bunch of humming crap, but try to bear with me on this. I guess the name of this video is gonna be entitled Musical Formats, meaning that certain songs are on a certain format, and a lot of people sometimes don't realize that there's formulas to each style of song, because I've been able to write and play on different styles because I understand the format. And I'm gonna give you a good example. This is standard 50s doo-wop. And that's Earth Angel. And I'm gonna attempt to try to sing it, but bear with me because I am not a singer, but I'm just trying to give you an idea. I'm going to sing 3 different songs on the same chords, and they fit because there's this formula. Like I said, 50s is one of those styles. It's really easy to kind of capture. It's just basically major, minor, and then around the turnaround or the bridge, they throw in the 7th chord. So it goes something like this. Earth Angel, Earth Angel, will you be mine? Darling, will love you all the time. I'm just a fool, fool in love with you. Oh, Donna, oh, Donna, oh, Donna, oh, Donna. That's enough. But you get where I'm coming from. And once you kind of identify these styles, you can kind of play them because most rock songs are power chords, stuff like that. And blues is. And then it's just kind of that. That's that old school blues. And basically, they just do the same formula, just in a different key. They take that formula and just move it around the key signature, and it sounds like it's a different song, but it's basically the same song and then in a different key. And I was going to talk about today that I mentioned in a video prior, as far as the certain styles, because we've done, the 50s thing. It's kind of that formula. And then it was the 70s things, kind of like the Delphonics. And all I'm doing is playing major 7th chords because the formula for the 50s was major and minor and 7th chords. The formula for the 70s or late 60s, 70s stuff like the Delphonics and groups like that, Blue Magic, it was major 7 chords dominated that style of music. And then I told you about the power chords for rock. And then the new stuff, as far as the R. Kelly type of stuff, was just 2 chords rocking back and forth, and they're always minor 7th or minor 7 chords. It's like. That's usually the whole song. It's just 2 chords rocking back and forth, and most of them, if not all of them, are major minor 7 chords. So that's kind of, a little bit of information, or I guess food for thought, because every little thing you pick up, you can use. And then you get to the point you've picked up so much stuff that now you've created kind of your own style, because you got a little bit from here, a little bit from there, a little bit from here. So that's kind of how I learned how to play, being around people that show me new tricks or things, and I showed them new tricks or things. And I think you get more out of that than sitting in the classroom with a guy up front with a chalkboard giving a 2-hour presentation. That has its place, but if you talk to any serious musician, a professional musician, or a guy that just plays well, ask him how he learned. And he'll tell you, I learned from formal teachers, a little bit of that, and a little bit of hanging around guys that could already play, and they showed me stuff and showed me little tricks because, like I told you before, my keyboard player is a guitar player, and the majority of the major 7 chords I was playing was the grid on the A. So it's always this finger grip, which sounds good and feels good to play, and it's easy to play. So I can move that down. But then the problem is, say for instance, I want to play a major 7 chord, and I want to play G major 7 chord. If I were to use the root on the A string, it'd be real bright. And it's like the song doesn't call for that, it's too bright. So how do I form that on the E string? And then my keyboard player taught me, it's like, right here. Same chord, different texture of brightness. So it's good to know at least 2 inversions, and that's the reason why. Because depending on the key of the song, are they playing it bright? If they playing it bright, great, just slide it down. But if it's like, this is too bright, it's not matching up with the chord on the record, let me try the other inversion. That sounds better. And little things, like I said, little tricks like this. This is another one. Most of us are taught initially to play our major bar chord right on the E string like this. But a lot of guys in the 60s would play the triad. And the reason being is with the triad, the pinky is free to do its thing. Can't do that when you got it like this, because now you got all these fingers assigned to a string. So you can't, let that pinky go free, but it's like, so those are little things that can go a long way as far as your playing, because here's another one. You play the minor 7 right on the A string, that finger grip, still got that pinky. And a lot of guys in the 60s, and some of them still do this, I always had that problem hitting that third one. I gotta clip my nails. So, little things like that can add to your playing. And I'll probably do a series of these types of videos where, I can show you little tricks or little things that you can add to your playing and just kind of add or keep building on your style of playing, So, like I said, I learned from other guys that taught me, and I was able to share little things with them, as far as little things that I do. So it's always good to work around a lot of musicians or just hang around them, and they teach you stuff. Because again, I'm not knocking the formal thing, but most of the great guitar players learn from other people, not from, going to a class and all this kind of stuff. And I'm not knocking that, but what I'm saying is the majority of what we learn is from others. And when the style of learning is not broke, don't try to fix it. So until next time, I hope this has been helpful. Take care, and I always thank you guys for supporting my channel.